It's very simple. Liberals are dedicated to making this country even better, not because we think it's broken, but because we have an opportunity and therefore a responsibility to ensure that Canada stays the best country on earth.
Is that why everything's on fire?
Good evening, you're watching government-funded news. Mark Carney has officially been sworn in as Canada's newest Prime Minister after being chosen by roughly around 130,000 people, we assume, who maybe are Canadian. The Liberal Party assures us that they verified somehow. It's all a bit murky, but what isn't murky is that the new Prime Minister is Mark Carney, marking an end to Justin Trudeau's time in the role, which will be remembered by his many accomplishments, such as legalizing marijuana, and so on. It certainly won't be remembered by any failures, and anyone blaming Trudeau for the rising cost of housing or living, or the out-of-control immigration, or increased corruption, which is rampant, or possible treason, and the sowing of division amongst Canadians are clearly Wayne Gretzky-loving far-right extremists, and you shouldn't listen to them. Yes, serious to the very end, Justin Trudeau was the leader that Canada needed at this time, and he addressed Canadians in a social media post shortly after stepping down. Take a look.
People of Canada, it is your former overlord, Justin Trudeau. Today is my last day in office. I fucked this country up so badly.
Oh, sorry, that was actually a AI clip generated by the comedian Danny Polishchuk. Sorry, it was difficult to tell there because it's well made, but we were able to detect it was a forgery because Trudeau was being a bit too honest on that one. Obviously wasn't him. After Trudeau left Canada's cupboards bare, both metaphorically and literally, with his first act as Prime Minister, Mark Carney has signed an order in council which would cancel the consumer carbon tax on Canadians. Well done, Mr. Carney. You've made life more affordable, despite your party saying forever that 8 out of 10 Canadians were better off with the tax somehow. Haven't Liberals been telling us for 10 years that the planet would somehow burn without the carbon tax? I seem to recall someone screaming about a long car ride in the House of Commons.
Good news, kids. You can take a summer fun time vacation where you're locked in a car for 10 consecutive days, nonstop with no bathroom breaks, and the Conservatives have a plan for you to have that summertime fun. And the cost? Give up the future of the planet, right? Don't worry, kids, about climate change. Don't worry about taking action on the planet. Enjoy your 10 hours in the car and let the planet burn.
Yeah, don't worry, it's not really gone. That's not how orders in council work. You'll see it again as soon as Carney wins an election. Okay, so hopefully not. In an effort to differentiate his government from that of Justin Trudeau's, Mark Carney has decided to keep most of the same people around, but he's given some of them different titles, so that's nice. Stephen Guilbeault is now the Minister of Canadian Identity and Culture. So I guess soon all of Canada's youths will be illegally climbing on top of people's homes to protest against human progress or something.
You can't silence the truth with beanbags.
Some bad news is that the position of Minister for Inclusion, Diversity, and Persons with Disabilities has been eliminated, which has critics outraged. Oh yes, personally, I think we should keep the state-sponsored racism department. It'd be a real shame if people weren't constantly wondering if someone was hired purely for superficial characteristics and were actually competent at their job. That'd be a real bummer.
Sorry, Steve. Welcome aboard, Black Woman Steve.
I don't have to use this, right? You do know I'm just an actor.
Classic Black Woman Steve.
Serious questions have been raised about Mark Carney's role in his corporation earning the label of Canada's top tax dodger, reporting... What? Just go to the next one. What, we're not gonna talk about this now and do our job as journalists just to keep the subsidy gravy train going? Well, yeah. Okay, just checking.
Listen, we're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a shitload of money.
Oh, you're right.
Well, that's all the time we have tonight. Thanks for watching Go FU News, and try not to remember all the things that we just reversed our stance on that we called you racist simpletons for not supporting. Good night.